Good day, class. So we are now continuing our discussion. So we are now proceeding to permutation and combination. Okay. So what is permutation? So permutation is referred to the arrangement of objects in a specific order. The number of permutation of n distinct objects taken, this should be k at a time, is denoted by p and k and is calculated as n factorial divided by n minus k factorial. So in permutation, the order of elements matters. So kailangan natin intindihin that the order of those elements really matters because permutations are used in various contexts such as arranging elements in a sequence or order. So may pagkakasunod-sunod po siya or we're really dealing with order. Okay. Finding the number of ways to select a subset of objects and arrange them. So yun yung ginagawa natin sa permutation. So we are already finding of ways to select a subset or objects and arrange them. And then solving problems related to probability and counting. So understanding permutation is crucial in combinatorics, probability theory, and various areas of mathematics and computer science where ordering is really very important. Okay. Consider this following example. Consider the letters. Okay, we have this a set S with the letters A, B, and C. Okay. So the permutation of these letters are taken two at a time would include, okay, two, okay, would include A and B and A. So you should notice that A and B is different from B and A because the order of the elements is different, di ba? So sabi ko nga kanina, in permutation, the order of the elements matters. So A and B and A are different kasi magkaiba po yung order of elements natin. Likewise, in A and C and A is also different, and in B and C and B are also different. So, let's try to solve this one using this formula where the permutation, the n and k is equal to the n factorial divided by n minus k. So, let's consider that the value of n here will be 3. So, we had here 3 letters in our set, and then our 2, and our 2 represents our k for our permutation. So, let's proceed calculating this one. So, the n will be factored, so 3 factorial divided by n minus k factorial. So, 3 times 2 times 1 for the factorial of 3 divided by 3 minus 1. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. So, the factorial of 1 will remain 1. Okay. So, we could cancel 1 and 1 there. So, the remaining is 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So, if we're going to visualize this one, this set here, so, sabi ko nga kanina, the order of the elements matter. So, yung A and B and A are different. So, if we're going to count how many, okay, how many of elements in the set using permutation, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, we had 6 arrangement of this set S using our elements A and B with the two permutations. Let's try to have another example. In how many ways can 100 marathon runners in first, second, and third? So meron tayong isang winner sa first, isang winner sa second, and isang winner sa third. Okay. So yung 100 natin, so since siya yung nauna na nabanggit doon sa ating problem, so our 100 will be our N. So it represent our N. And then yung tatlo na prices natin for our runners will be 3. Okay. So the first, the second, and the third, the value is 3. Okay. So we're going to do the permutation. Okay. So 100 factorial divided by 100 minus 3 factorial. Okay. It's equal to, okay,
100 times 99 times 98 times 97 factorial. Let's enter in the 97 factorial because 100 minus 3 is equal to 97 factorial. Okay. So we could just cancel 97 and then 97. So ang matitira is the 100 times 99 times 98. So that will be 970,200 ways a marathon can win or can win first, second, and third places. Pasensya na maingay kasi nandito po kasi kami sa tabi ng highway. Okay. Then now let's proceed to the combinations. Okay. So kung kanina sa permutation natin, yung ordered matrix natin, pagdating po sa combination, wala na tayong pakialam sa order. Okay. So combination refers to the selection of objects without considering the order. Okay. So the number of combination of n distinct objects taken are at a time is denoted by C and K and is calculated as the combination of n of k is equal to n factorial divided by n minus k factorial times k factorial. Okay. Sinasabi ko nga kanina, combinations are the selection of objects from a set where the order of selection does not matter. So in combinations, we are interested in choosing a subset of objects without considering the arrangement or order of the selected elements. So in combination, we use this in various contexts, such as selecting a group of items from a larger set without regard to the order of the selection. So wala na tayong pakialam dun sa order ng mga selection natin. Solving problems involving choosing a committee, a team, or a group, or a representatives, or calculating probabilities in situation where the order of the selection is irrelevant. So understanding combination is essential in combinatorics, probability theory, and various areas of mathematics and statistics where selecting a subsets of objects is important. Okay, let's go back to the first problem kanina dun sa ating permutation. Di ba? Dun sa permutation kanina natin, ang nakuha natin na output is 6. So we have 6 permutations. Okay. Pagdating naman sa combinations natin, um, we could consider that kung kanina doon sa permutation, yung A and B and B and A are different, 'di ba? Magkaiba po sila doon sa permutation. Pagdating po sa combination, A and B and A are considered the same combination. Okay, yung B and A and B are the same combination. Yung A and C and A are the same combination, and yung B and C and B is the same combination. So, 3 po yung magiging output natin. Ito yung 3 na to. So, this is our formula. So, paano po natin nakuha na 3 yung magiging output natin pagdating sa combination? Okay, so let's do the computation. Okay. The combination of our set S. So, n factorial divided by n minus k factorial times k factorial. Okay. So, we had here our 3. Ito yung 3 natin, 3 elements. So, we need to factor them. So, 3 times 2 times 1. Okay. Divided by, okay. So, yung value ng n natin is 3. Okay. And yung value ng k natin is 2. Ito yung 2 natin. Ito yung 3 natin. Our set elements has 3. And then, our k has 2. Ito po yun. Okay. So, 3 minus 2 factorial times 2 times 1. Okay, so yung k factorial natin. Okay. So, 3 minus 2 is equal to 1 times 2 times 1. So, pwede na lang natin i-cancel itong 2 times 1 natin dito para ang matitira na lang po is 3 divided by 1 is equal to 3. Our combination for our set S will be 3. So, A, B, AC, and BC our combination. Okay. So, yun yung po yung pinagkaiba ng permutation and combination. Sa permutation, the yung arrangement or order of the selected elements matters. Pagdating naman po kay combination, wala po siyang pakialam doon sa arrangement of elements. Kasi ang sinasabi ng combination is A and B and B and A are also the same. Kasi parehong element, parehong nasa isang element sila, yung A and B. In our set S, yung combination ng A and B and B and A are the same. The combination of A and C and A are the same. Likewise, the combination of B and C and B is the same. Okay, let's have another example. How many poker hands of 5 cards can be dealt from a standard deck of 52 cards? Okay, so yung kung ano po yung higher number natin dyan, we could consider that one as our n. Okay, so 52 will become our n and the k will be 5. To solve that one, the combination of 52 and 5. So we need to factor 52 divided by 52 minus 5 times 5 factorial. Okay. So, um, magdeduct po muna tayo dito sa baba natin. Okay. So, 52 minus 5 is equal to 47. So, kung 47 yung nandito sa output natin sa baba, we could just add our factorial of 52 until 47. Okay. So, 47 factorial times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. Okay. So, we could just cancel 47 here and 47 here. So, we could just calculate 52 times 51 times 50 times 49 times 48 is equal to 311,875,200 divided by 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, okay, is equal to 120. So, 311,875,200 divided by 120 is equal to 2,598,960 poker hands. Poker, yung mga poker cards natin. Okay. Next, another example. In a math faculty of a large university consists of 5 men and 6 women. So if we're going to add 5 and 6, we could have 11. Okay. So 11 yung faculty natin, faculty member natin doon sa isang university. So how many committees of size 4 can be formed if the committee must meet at least one member of each gender? Okay. So yung 11 natin and then yung 4 natin. So 11 and 4. Okay. So our combination, okay. Our combination is our 6 factorial. Ito muna, yung combination muna ng 6. Try natin yung women. Okay. The 6 factorial for our women. And then we could also do our 5 for our men. So you could just do the factorial of 6 and 4 and then 5 and 4. So in our 6 factorial, ito po yung 6 factorial natin. So the output is 15. And for our men, which is the 5 factorial, we can have 5. Next is, let's proceed to the compositions and the multinomial compositions. O multinomial coefficients, I should say. Okay, compositions. Compositions involve the representation of number as an ordered sum of positive integers in a composition. So, the order of the summands matters. Okay, so ang compositions are ways of breaking down a positive integer into the sum of smaller positive integers. Unlike dun sa permutation and combination, we are concerned of selecting or arranging of objects. In composition, we focus on decomposing a number into parts. For example, ito yung example natin. The composition of 4 could be, ano yung mga number na pwede nating i-break down para makuha natin yung total natin na number na 4. Okay. So, ang pwede natin gamitin is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4. 2 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 4. 1 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 4. 1 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 4. And 4 itself. So, ibig sabihin, we are breaking down. I-break down natin ano yung mga numbers na pwede nating pag-aadin para mabuo natin itong number na to. Yun po yung ibig sabihin ng composition. Okay. In compositions, it can be used in various contexts, including yung partitioning problems, integer partitioning, and counting and enumeration. Okay. In composition, the order of the parts matter. The order of the parts matters, unlike in partitions where the order is irrelevant. Compositions are a fundamental concepts in combinatorics and number theory, often used in problems related to counting, optimization, and algorithm designs. Okay. So, magbe-breakdown lang tayo dito. I-breakdown lang natin yung mga number na nakalagay doon. Halimbawa, itong example na to. Okay, ito po siya. The composition of the number 3. Ano yung mga possible positive integer na pwede nating i-add para makuha natin yung 3. Okay. So, meron tayong 1 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 3, 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, and 1 plus 2 is equal to 3 or yung 3 po mismo. Okay, let's have another example. Ito naman is another problem. The composition of the number 5 into 3 parts. 3 parts lang po yung hahanapin natin. Anong mga number ang pwede natin i-add na tatlong parts para mabuo natin yung 5? Okay, so 3 parts lang siya. So, we could have 1 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Kasi tatlong parts lang po siya. So, wala na po tayong pwedeng i-add. Pwede rin siguro yung 0 plus 0 plus 5 is equal to 5. Okay, ito. Let's have another example. Let's say you have 5 identical chocolate bars and you want to distribute them among 3 children. Each child can get any number of chocolate bars, including none. How many ways are there to distribute the chocolate bars? Okay, paano nga ba siya? Okay, so 3 parts po ng 5. Ano yung mga 3 parts ng 5 natin? Okay, so 5 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 5. 4 plus 1 plus 0 is equal to 5. 3 plus 2 plus 0 is equal to 5. 3 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 5. 2 plus 3 plus 0 is equal to 5. 2 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 5. 2 plus 1 plus 2 is equal to 5. And 1 plus 4 plus 0 is equal to 5. If you could visualize 1 plus 4 plus 0 and 4 plus 1 plus 0, magkaiba po sila ng order. Okay. So, para din siyang permutation na the order of the parts matters. Ayan. So, kahit nasabihin natin na, oops, parang naulit po siya. Hindi po siya naulit. Yung order lang po ng numbers natin, yung nagkaiba. Halimbawa, we could add another one. Itong 5 plus 0. So, pwede 0 plus 0 plus 5. 0 plus 5 plus 0. So, magkaiba pa rin po yung arrangement ng mga elements natin. So, we need to consider the order of the parts. So, it does really matters. Okay. So, meron pa po tayo dito. 1 plus 3 plus 1. So, ito, parang the same lang siya dito. But the order is still the same. Okay. 1 plus 2 plus 2 is different plus 2 plus 2 plus 1. Okay. 1 plus 1 plus 3 is different plus 3 plus 1 plus 1. 0 plus 5 plus 3. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina. And then 0 plus 4 plus 1. 0 plus 3 plus 2. 0 plus 2 plus 3. And 0 plus 4 plus 1. And 0 plus 0 plus 5. So, there are 17 different ways to distribute 5 identical chocolate bars among 3 children of each of these represent a unique composition. Okay. So, pagdating sa composition, lagi niyo pong tatandaan na the order of the parts matters. Okay. Para din po siyang kapareho ng permutation. Okay. Hindi po siya kagaya ng combination na walang pakialam kahit na ano yung order. Ang composition and permutation, the order of the parts matters. Okay, let's have another example. Find all the ways to break down the number 8 into 3 positive integers. So, tatlo. So, we need to break down number 8. Kailangan magkaroon tayo ng 3 positive integer na ang magiging output natin is 8. Okay. So, 6 plus 1. Oh, naidikit ko po dito. Nadoble ko yon. Ayusin ko na lang later. Pero ito po yung output niya. 6 plus 1 plus 1 is equal to 8. 5 plus 2 plus 1 is equal to 8. 4 plus 3 plus 1 is equal to 8. 4 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 8. 3 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 8. Okay. So, pwede rin po tayong magkaroon ng another one which is the 1 plus 1, 1 plus 6 plus 1, 1 plus 5 plus 2. So, marami pong mga positive, mga possible ways. Okay. Now, let's proceed to the multinomial coefficient. Okay. Okay. So, a multinomial coefficient generalizes combinations and allow for the counting number of ways to partition a set of objects into a specified groups. So the multinomial coefficient for n objects with k1, k2, and km objects of each type is calculated as n factorial divided by k factorial times k2 factorial to the km factorial. So multinomial coefficients generalize binomial coefficients to more than two categories. So they arise in combinatorial counting problems where objects need to be distributed into multiple categories. Okay. So kailangan natin siyang i-distribute into multiple categories. So um, paano nga ba natin mas ginagamit ang multinomial? So, in probability theory, ginagamit natin siya in combinatorial enumeration and in partitioning problems. Okay. So, let's have an example. Suppose you have 5 red, 3 blue, and 2 green balls. Okay. The number of ways to arrange this ball is given. So, we need to add 5 plus 3 plus 2. That will be our n. Okay, siya yung magiging n natin. N factorial. Okay. Then, we need to factor 10, and then we need to factor 5, we need to factor 3, and we need to factor 2. Okay. So 10 factorial divided by 5 factorial times 3 factorial divided by 2 factorial is equal to, the 10 factorial will be 10 times 9 times 8 until 1. And then our 5 factorial, 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 factorial, times 3 times 2 times 1 for our 3 factorials, and times 2 times 1 for our 2 factorial. To calculate that one, we need to cancel yung 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 natin kasi kapareho lang po siya ng nasa baba. So, ang matitira is our 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6, which is 30,240. And then our 3 times 2 times 1 is 6 times 2 is equal to 12. So, we could just divide 30,240 divided by 12 is equal to 2,520 balls. Okay. Another example. Ay, ba't naulit? Naulit po siya. Wait lang. Okay, let's have another example. A cookie recipe requires 10 ingredients. So, 10. So, the N will become 10. Okay. Which are divided into 4 categories. We have flour, sugar, eggs, and flavorings. So, the recipe calls for 3 different types of flour, 2 different types of sugar, 2 eggs, and 3 flavorings. Okay. So, we had 3, 2, 2, and 3. So, if we're going to calculate 3 and 3, 6 plus 2 and 2, 4. So, that will be 10. Okay. So, our n will be 10. So, we can use multinomial coefficients to solve the problem. The total number of ways to choose the ingredient is given by 10 factorial divided by 5 factorial times 3 factorial times 2 factorial. 10 factorial is 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1. 5 factorial is 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 times the 3 factorial which is 3 times 2 times 1 times the 2 factorial which is 2 times 1. Okay. Then, we could just cancel 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cancel na lang po natin yung 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hindi ko na ilipat yung mga lines na yun. And then, Ang matitira is 10 times 9 times 8 times 7 times 6. The total is 30,240. Okay. Divided by 3 times 2 is 6. Times 2 is 12. Okay. So the output will be 2,512. Okay. Let's have another example. Ayan, dito na pala siya. Hindi ko lang siya nabura dun sa baba kanina. Ayan. Divided by 24. And dito, nag-wrong ako dun sa baba kanina. So this one should be 2 times 2 is 4 times 6 is 24. So 604,800 divided by 24 is 25,200. So for your activity, I will be sending it in our Google Classroom. So hindi ko po muna siya ipopost today. So if you have any clarification, any question for this topic, you can just send a message in our group chat para mas madagdagan ko ng additional pag may mga question kayo or may mga parts na hindi nyo po siya naintindihan. So I think let's call it a day and thank you for watching this video and see you again on the next video. Have a good day everyone. Thank you and goodbye.